Hello, Pisces, and welcome to this, your early to mid-July reading and predictions. If you are returning, thank you so much for continuing to support my channel. And if you are new here, a very warm welcome to each and every one of you. This reading is intended for anybody born under the sign of Pisces, as well as anyone else who happens to have Pisces showing up significantly in your charts. This reading is a general reading, and this month I am coming to you from beautiful Athabasca, Alberta. Now, my intention was to record outside, but unfortunately, there are thunderstorms pending in the area. Not surprising, considering on July the 3rd, we will be moving into the full thunderstorm moon, also known as the full buck moon, depending on your traditions. So if you are sensitive to full moon energies, watch out for that coming up on July the 3rd. Okay, for those of you who are new here, a little bit about me. My name is Marnie, and I am the Intuitive Butterfly. I work with a number of different oracle card decks as well as tarot decks. I pull cards for 6 different areas of your life, and I leave all of the cards sitting face down. And when I'm ready to read them, I begin to turn them over. This allows for more of a genuine and authentic psychic reading because my conscious mind doesn't know what the upcoming cards are. So it's unable to kind of predict and project ahead and put its own spin on things. All right, so let's get started, Pisces. We are going to start with energies of where you are at now here as I pull these cards at the end of June 2023. What's going on with the Pisces right now? Okay, look at that mess. Yep, and there they go. So a whole pile of cards came out. See if the other part comes out before I'm finished shuffling here. But what we're going to have, yep, there goes some more. Yep. Okay, so what we're going to have to do is these cards are definitely not yours. But the other half of the deck that has decided to spill out all over the place, we're going to pick up and mix up, because when the deck does this, I'm definitely not meant to read all of these cards, but your card will be in this smaller portion of the deck. All right. For the Pisces, what's going on with Pisces right now? We've got one card out. Is there anything else? Okay, we're going to go through the deck one more time. For the Pisces, where are they at now? What's going on with Pisces right now? No, we just have, out of that whole mess, we have one card for you, Pisces. Okay. The next card we're going to pull is cards of what you are focusing on. What are you focusing on? Now, I am looking over here because the table I'm currently sitting at is very small. And so I have a side table set up with all my extra cards. Where are we going? What are you focusing on? Right. Okay, let's go here. Okay. Is there anything else? Anything else for the Pisces? Focus. Okay. 4 cards that have come out here. I'm just going to reverse the order so that I'm actually reading them in the order in which they came out. There we go, face down. The next cards that we're going to pull are cards of difficult influences. What is going on for you that might be challenging you a little bit for the first part of July 2023, Pisces? And again, we've already got a couple of cards coming out. Is there anything else for difficult influences for the Pisces? Oh, geez, there we go. I might be mixing those up. Yep. Okay. All right, so we have a similar situation to what happened with your first set of cards. I'm just getting these all so that they are facing the right direction. Okay. Let's mix up this smaller deck and see what's really going on for you. Okay. Difficult influences for the Pisces. What's going on with the Pisces? Yeah, there's two cards there that really want to come out. Is there anything else? We're going to mix another couple times. Nope. Okay. All right. So the next card that I'm going to pull for you, Pisces, is a card of messages that you need to hear at this time. Now, I used to call this cards that just make sense, and I had a few people that said that doesn't resonate with me. So I've changed the name of it, but essentially it's the same thing. Messages that you need to hear at this time. What do the Pisces need to hear? Geez, Pisces, you have a lot going on. You really do. Got that one. Okay. You actually have 5 messages that the universe thinks that you need to hear for the first part of July. So we'll take a look at those in just a moment. Let's have a quick peek at what is unexpected for you. Oh, let's not drop that on the floor. Okay. We dropped it on the floor. All right, let's keep going. Is there anything else that is unexpected for Pisces, first half of July, July 1st through July 15th? Anything else that is unexpected? Oh, it looks like a pile is going to fall out of that deck again. I guess not. All right, and the final cards that we're going to pull for you, Pisces, are going to be the cards of your general overall outcome. What are we looking at for Pisces for outcome? Okay. All right, so we had a couple of cards jump out here. That one, and then that one. Your first card of your reading, Inner Voice. Beautiful, Pisces. This card corresponds to the High Priestess in the traditional tarot. And this is a card about tapping into your inner voice, tapping into your intuition and that still small voice within you. This isn't about listening to advice from anyone else. This is all about you and your own power and that voice that's right there inside of you. Sorry, just get my legs up and crossed here. You'll notice here that there is the representation of the crescent moon on the goddess's head. And this is a representation of her connection to the divine. And so at this time here in early July, you are being end of June, early July, as we're making that transition into the new month, you are being called upon by the universe, Pisces, to really, really dig in, tap in, and listen to your intuition. The other thing the High Priestess represents for us is that divine feminine energy. We're looking for compassion. We're looking for empathy. We're looking for kindness and understanding in our interactions with others at this time. Let's have a look at what you're focusing on. Oh, beautiful. So you are focusing on fellow travelers. Support is all around you. And it's interesting that one of the last things I said about this inner voice card is that you're in this place where kindness is going to be very important, empathy and compassion to your fellow travelers and to those who are around you. But also this card is indicating that there is help and assistance for you out there. All you have to do is sit back and listen to this inner voice. You have the card stepping into your power, indicating that you are strong beyond measure. This is a card of someone who has experienced significant challenges in the last couple of months, and they are now in that place where they have really come into their own, and they are ready and prepared to be able to face next challenges. They are being reminded that they are strong and powerful. Okay. This is also a card of planning for the future, planning for that next phase or stage of what it is that you're ready to step into. Given that, and I do recall, Pisces, that your last few readings, particularly the readings going back to March, April, even into early May, were quite tumultuous, especially given that we were leaving the age of Pisces, moving into the age of Aquarius. There was quite a shift that many of you had to go through. I mean, there was a shift that everyone had to go through as we stepped into the energies of the age of Aquarius. But for Pisces, the shift of the energies was that much more significant because we were leaving the Pisces, the age of Pisces. Okay. And so really what this is saying is that you are in that place where you've begun that shift in earnest, and it's really coming to fruition, and you are now able to step into your power. You have distant thunder here. Now, distant thunder, the message on this is clear the air. And what that is essentially saying is that in order for this storm that's off here in the distance, I don't know if you can see the picture, but there's a thunderstorm off here in the distance, and you have the beautiful maiden over here in the castle looking out at it. In order to clear the air such that this thunderstorm does not come towards the beautiful maiden in the castle, it's asking you to clear the air. What does that mean? It means let go of the past. Let go of that which no longer serves your highest good. This is a card indicating that there is something from the past that you are continuing to hold on to. And what's coming up for me really strongly right now for you, Pisces, is that it's family. There is something that has to do with family traditions, with the way that things have always been done in your family. And as you have shifted out of the age of Pisces and into the age of Aquarius, there are members of your family who are not quite up to speed with the new energies yet. And that is causing strife in your family. And you're going to be put in a position where you need to clear that air. You need to set really clear boundaries. And the final card that you have in items that you are focusing upon for July 1st through July 15th is miracles. Expect wondrous things to emerge. Okay. Beautiful card for you. But given that this miracle card came out immediately following the distant thunder, the clear the air referred to on this distant thunder card is letting you know that you do need to let go of some past attachments. There's just, for those of you that are familiar with cords and cord cutting work, I just feel like there are cords coming into you right now, Pisces, that need to be released. And once they are released, once you're able to clear the air, then it's going to make that space for these miracles to come in and happen for you. And that's part of stepping into your own power, is creating those boundaries that's going to clear the air. And remember, support is all around you. And this is not just physical support for you. This is also support from angels and ancestors, from spirit animals. But you may also be interested in seeking out a mentor, a friend, a confidant, in order to support you as you step into your power and you release the past so that you can allow the miracles to happen. Your difficult influences, you have the Four of Swords and you have awakening. Four of Swords, also known as the Four of Winter, is a card of you rolling a bunch of stuff over and over and over in your mind, but without coming to the answers. And you'll notice on this card that the fairy on this card has kind of tucked themselves away in a hole in a tree in order to be able to retreat. To retreat to do what? To meditate, to go within so that they can listen to their inner voice. Solutions come from meditation. And you have a really strong card here with this inner voice card or high priestess card coming in and saying, listen to your inner voice. And now in your difficult influences, you have a card coming in saying you need to meditate. What's this telling me? You're bumping up against that right now, Pisces. You're finding excuses and reasons not to listen to that inner voice. Why? Maybe you're feeling like you're not quite ready to step into your power. Maybe you're feeling like you're unsupported, but the cards are indicating that you are ready to step into your power. The cards are indicating that you are being supported right now, but you have to believe that, Pisces. Okay, so this Four of Winter, also known as the Four of Swords, is calling upon you to dig deep into meditation. Make the time. Like I said, this is coming up in difficult influences, which means that the universe is going to throw you some curveballs, aka distractions. Okay, you're going to be bumping up against those. Are they insurmountable? Absolutely not. They're put there to test your resolve to get in touch with this inner voice. The other card that you have is the Awakening card. This card is the number 12 from the major arcana of the traditional tarot, also known as the Hanged Man. Now, some people see the Hanged Man card and go, eek, especially if they see the Hanged Man card in the difficult influences and they say double eek. Okay. Really, in reality, this is a card of awakening. It's a card of being able to see things from a different perspective. And perhaps one of the reasons why you're getting so many reinforcements of go into this still small voice, go into this inner voice, maybe the reason that you're getting so many cards telling you that this work needs to be done is because you're struggling with being able to see things from a different perspective. When we can see things from a different perspective, all of a sudden it opens a whole bunch of doors and avenues for us. Yeah. Okay. So really this month for the first part of July, Pisces, really tap into that inner small voice, that voice of meditation, that voice of intuition. It doesn't really matter. It comes down to semantics, what you want to call it, whether you want to call it meditation, whether you want to call it going for a walk and hugging a tree, whether you want to call it inner voice, whether you want to call it talking to angels. It really doesn't matter what you call it. That is 3D low vibration junk clouding the air of being able to get in touch with your true being and your true self. Okay. We, in the English language and most spoken languages, don't have the verbiage to be able to really describe what these cards are asking you to do right now, Pisces. And the best that we can say is dig deep, find that time for meditation, and get in touch with that still small voice. Let's have a look at messages that you need to hear right now. Okay, so the first one that you have is lead by example, and then you have be of service right next to that message. Interesting, right? Especially considering you're being told that you are being supported, you are stepping into your power. Oftentimes, the stepping into your power is a card indicating that you are going to become a mentor or a leader for others. And you also have a card here of miracles. So if you're looking to be a leader in your community or in your area of expertise, you are being asked to lead by example and be of service. Okay. Now, for some of you, what I'm picking up is there's resistance to being of service to people because of our current financial situation. Now, you don't have any pentacles that have shown up here yet, but This is just what I'm picking up intuitively. What's coming in for me as a message is that for some of you, there is resistance to be of service because you feel like you're already squeezed for time and money, and therefore being of service and perhaps offering a free session to someone, or just being kind and compassionate is, you're struggling or bumping up against that right now. Being of service does not always mean doing philanthropic work if you are not in a position to be doing that philanthropic work. But it does mean that you have to step into your power and step into your true being of who you really and truly are by listening to your small voice so that you can lead by example. Okay. Take responsibility for your actions. Another message that you need to hear at this time, Pisces, that is in line with these other cards, right? If you are being told to lead by example, that means you need to take responsibility for your actions. It's about accountability. When we don't take responsibility for our own actions, how can we be a leader or mentor for others? Lead by example, take responsibility for your actions, and be of service. The next card that you have is the card that is right in line with and has the identical meaning to your distant thunder card. Release toxic relationships. And remember what I said, I leave all of the cards sitting face down so that intuition can come in. Intuition came in with this card and said, I really feel like there are a lot of you out there that, because of the shift from 2020, 2019 through into now, because of the shift of energies, because of the shift in belief systems and so on, that there are some relationships, particularly with family members, that are beginning to present themselves as potentially toxic. And this card, when this card came up, before I ever turned this card over, I said to you, you're going to have to release or renegotiate, put up boundaries for some of your relationships. And now you've got that confirmation right here. So like I said, with these cards, the messages you need to hear, it's also cards that just make sense. This makes sense in your current reading. Release your toxic relationships. And the last card that you have here, Pisces, in messages you need to hear, is feel joy in all that you do. So even though you may have a toxic relationship wherein you're going to have to begin to implement some boundaries, even though you may not want to have to take full responsibility for some of your actions and be fully accountable, the cards are indicating you need to do that, and you need to be joyful when you are doing that. Feel joy in all that you do. Let's move into unexpected. Unexpected, you have the Seven of Wands coming in, and the Seven of Wands is a card about taking action. Okay, and stepping into your power, stepping into that position of authority that is indicated here, stepping into that role of being in service. This card indicates that there may have been some complacency on your part in recent days or months, and that is coming to an end here, July 1st through July 15th, and you are being called upon to step into your power. I love it when cards come out that have identical meanings to other cards in your reading. Stepping into your power is all about the Seven of Wands. It's about no longer procrastinating, no longer being complacent. It's about stepping up and stepping into your life, into your life's work. Let's have a look at your general overall outcome. Your general overall outcome is 10 of Water, also known as the 10 of Cups. This is one of the happiest cards in the deck. There are 3 cards that are considered happy cards in tarot, like really happy cards. And one of them is the sun, one of them is the star, and the 10 of cups. This is about the completion of a cycle with regards to relationships, going full circle with a relationship. And what comes to mind for me, Pisces, is that as you're doing this work of, just a second here, clearing the air, and as you are releasing toxic relationships, let's see if we can get this one to come into view here. Release toxic relationships, distant thunder. There we go. All in focus now. As you are doing this difficult work, the general overall outcome is going to be harmony with this 10 of cups, or 10 of water, as indicated by this card. This is a card of a relationship is drawing to a close in its current iteration. Now, what I'm picking up for many of you Pisces is that this is not about the ending or termination of a relationship, either with family members, immediate or extended. This is about the changing or shifting of a dynamic in that relationship, because what's coming up for me strongly is that some relationships may have turned what might be called toxic, but the reason is that there's a lack of boundaries there with the new energies that are coming in. And once those boundaries are reinstated by you stepping into your own power, once those boundaries are reinstated, what's going to happen is that it's actually not the ending of a relationship. It's a new beginning of a new dynamic in that relationship. Okay. So I really feel that as we're moving into the 7th month of the year, oh yeah, 7 of Wands, right? There's work to be done in the 7th month with that 7 of Wands. There is going to be a drastic shift and change in your familial relationships, Pisces. That's what the cards are indicating. But it's up to you to put up the boundaries as the relationship shifts. In the event that you choose not to be doing some of this work, you've got the 10 of Wands coming in. Interesting that you've got 2 10s. Okay. And one of the 10s has an extremely happy meaning, and the other 10, not so much. Okay. This is the card of suppression. Where does suppression come from? A lot of us go, oh my God, society is suppressing me. Oh my God, government is suppressing me. Oh, my family is suppressing me. Where does suppression come from? It comes from within us. And it is about taking responsibility for our actions and being accountable. Okay. And so these 2 10s coming in together, one negative, one positive, correspond to the meaning behind this card. Take responsibility for your actions. If you feel like everything is going against you and you're being suppressed, that is a belief system. If you feel like everything is wonderful and in harmony and going your way, that is a belief system. You choose how you feel. You choose your boundaries. You choose the relationships that you allow to have in your family and in your life. And Pisces, that's all about this. That's why you needed to hear this message right now. Okay. This is a choice. The 10 of Wands with the 10 of Cups. How do you make the choice? How do you set those boundaries? How do you know that the boundaries that you are setting are right for you and for your family and for the relationship to be able to move forward? Trust. The final card in your reading is trust. You have to take a leap of faith at some point in time and trust that the choices that you are making are for your own highest good. Here's the thing, Pisces. How do you get in touch with that still small voice so that you're able to take this leap of faith and trust? We go back to your very first card. Listen to your inner voice. All right, Pisces, thank you so much for being here. I greatly appreciate each and every one of you. If this reading resonated with you, kindly consider giving this video a like and subscribe to my channel. And as always, I am available for personal readings and consultations if you are interested. My contact information is down below. Thank you again, and I look forward to seeing you in the middle of July.